friends, welcome to Alphores e-learning botany classes. In today's session, that is session 12, we are going to discuss about subaerial stem modifications. What's a subaerial stem modifications? Sir, what is the meaning of subaerial stem? Subaerial stem, subaerial stem. The stems which are partly above the surface of the soil and partly below the surface of the soil. Stems which are partly above the surface of the soil and partly below the surface of the soil. Such stems are called as subaerial stems. Such stems are called as subaerial stems, right? In some weak stem plants, in some weak stemmed plants, in some weak stemmed plants, in some weak stemmed plants, right, how the stem is? The stem is partly aerial. Partly aerial means above the surface of the soil and partly underground. Partly underground, below the surface of the soil. Okay, sir, this stem which is partly aerial, partly underground, this stem is called as a subaerial stem. What is this stem called as? A subaerial stem. It's called as a subaerial stem. Okay, right? Sir, subaerial stem modifications are seen in some weak stemmed plants, but not in all weak stemmed plants. Do all weak stemmed plants shows subaerial stem modifications? No. Therefore, subaerial stem modifications are shown by some weak stemmed plants. Therefore, some weak stemmed plants, some weak stemmed plants, only shown by some weak stemmed plants. Sir, the subaerial stem modifications, they are specialized for vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation. Subaerial stem modifications are specialized. They are specialized for what, sir? Specialized for vegetative propagation or vegetative reproduction, right? Specialized. Specialized for what? Specialized for vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation. Vegetative reproduction or what, sir? Vegetative propagation. Okay, we are discussing subaerial stem modifications, right? Sir, the subaerial stem modifications are of 4 types. Subaerial stem modifications are of how many types? 4 types. What are they? Number 1, first one is runners. What is the first one, sir? Runners. Second one is stolons. What is the second one? Stolons. Stolons. Third one is suckers. What is the third one? Suckers. Suckers. And fourth one is offsets. What is the fourth one, sir? Offsets. Okay. Therefore, runners, stolons, suckers and offsets. These are 4 types of subaerial stem modifications. Go for the first one. What's runners? Go for runners, right? Go for the first one. What's runners? Go for runners. Now listen here. Sir, this is a Oxalis plant. What is this plant name? Oxalis. This is Oxalis plant. Okay. Sir, here the stem is weak, sir. See the stem? The stem is weak. So it is creeping on the surface of the soil. Okay. Sir, this weak stem is creeping on the surface of the soil. And this weak stem bears adventitious roots. Bearing what? Adventitious roots on its lower surface. Bears adventitious roots on its lower surface, right, and bears a leaf on upper surface. So this is not a flower, this is a leaf. Okay, if you see this leaf carefully, it is with how many leaflets? 3 leaflets. Therefore, this is which leaf? It is a trifoliate. What it is? A trifoliate compound leaf. Which leaf it is? Trifoliate compound leaf. You will get right clear cut information concerned to trifoliate compound leaves in leaf topic. Okay, right? See here how many leaflets are there? 3 leaflets. Okay, so we are calling it as a trifoliate compound leaf. Trifoliate compound leaf. Tri means 3. Okay, right. Now listen the statement. Sir, in some weak stemmed plants, how the stem is? In some weak stemmed plants, how the stem is? Weak. That weak stem is creeping on the surface of the soil. Okay, and rooted at each node. See the diagram. At each node you are going to see the roots, adventitious roots. On which surface? Lower surface. And at each node you are going to see a leaf. Going to see a leaf. Is this statement okay? Sir, this weak stem which is creeping on the surface of the soil, having adventitious roots at each node, okay, on the lower surface, and leaf on the upper surface. That weak stem is called as runner. Why, sir? Because it goes on running on the surface of the soil and spreads to the new niches. Spreads to the new niches. As this younger part goes on going to the, okay, as this younger part, right, goes on growing into the new areas, this older part goes on dying. Therefore, younger part goes on growing into the new areas, right? Whereas this older part goes on dying. Is it okay? This is concerned to what, sir? Runners. Okay. Therefore, stem is weak, creeping on the surface of the soil, bears adventitious roots at each node on the lower surface, and at each node on the upper surface a leaf is present. Is this statement okay? Right. Now go for examples of what, sir? Runners. Go for examples of runners. Go for examples of runners. Underground stems of grasses. What is the first one? Underground stems. Underground stems of what, sir? Grasses. Underground stems of grasses and strawberry. What are the two examples? Underground stems of grasses and strawberry. If you see the scientific name of this strawberry, in the scientific name of strawberry, what is the genus word, sir? Genus word. Fragaria. What it is, sir? Fragaria. Fragaria. This is a genus word for strawberry plant. Okay, I am writing the next example. Subaerial stems of Oxalis. What is the next one, sir? Subaerial stems. Subaerial stems of what? Oxalis. Subaerial stems of Oxalis. Okay, therefore runners examples: underground stems of grasses and strawberry. Second one is subaerial stems of what? Oxalis. Okay, go for the second one. What it is? Stolons. Go for the second one. What's are stolons? What it is? Stolons. Stolons. Now listen here. Sir, this is a branch. This is a lateral branch. See, this is a lateral branch which is developed from base of the stem. Developed from where? Base of the stem. This lateral branch developed from base of the stem, right? It is growing obliquely downwards. See the diagram once. This lateral branch which is developed from base of the stem, how it is growing, sir? Obliquely downwards. And when this obliquely downward growing branch touches the surface of the soil, it produces adventitious roots. Produces which roots? Adventitious roots. Produces which roots? Adventitious roots. This obliquely downward growing branch bearing adventitious roots, when it comes in contact with the soil, is called as a stolon. What it is called as a stolon. As this stolon bears adventitious roots, when this stolon separates from the parent plant, this stolon can develop into an independent plant. Is it okay? Sir, what is the meaning of stolon? Obliquely downward growing branch. Obliquely downward growing branch bearing adventitious roots on its lower surface, or when the branch comes in contact with the surface of the soil, it is bearing adventitious roots when the branch is coming in contact with the surface of the soil. Is this statement okay? Therefore, what is the meaning of stolon, sir? Stolon means nothing but what it is? Obliquely, right, growing, obliquely downward growing branch. Obliquely, what's sir? Downward growing branch. Obliquely downward growing branch. Okay, right? Sir, we are saying it is growing obliquely downwards. Yes or no? It means it is growing in the direction of gravitational force. It means it is growing positively geotrophic manner. Yes or no? How it is growing, sir? It is growing in positively geotrophic manner. Positively geotrophic manner. Positively geotrophic manner. Therefore, obliquely downward growing branch which bears what? Which bears adventitious roots. Which bears adventitious roots when it comes in contact. When it comes in contact with what? When it comes in contact with soil. Okay, sir, what are the examples for stolons? What are the examples for stolons, sir? Examples for stolons. Okay, first one is nerium. What it is? Nerium. What it is? Nerium. Nerium. Second one is jasmine. What is the second one? Jasmine. Jasmine. Okay, right. Therefore, what, sir? Nerium, jasmine and rose. These are examples for stolons. Sir, in 10th class, right, you read about layering. That layering depends on stolon principle. What, sir? Layering depends on stolon principle. Layering depends on stolon principle, right? Now go for right number 3. What's sir? Sucker. Okay, suckers. Now see the diagram once. This is a stem. What is this one? Stem. This is the part of the stem which is present below the surface of the soil. Yes or no? Therefore, can I call this one as underground part of the stem? Right. What is this one? Underground part of the stem. From this underground part of the stem, a lateral branch is developed. From this underground part of the stem, a lateral branch is developed. This lateral branch initially grows horizontally. See the diagram. Growing horizontally where? Below the soil surface. After growing horizontally for some period of time, this lateral branch then starts growing obliquely upwards. Obliquely upwards. Obliquely upwards. And bears aerial shoot. And bears what? Aerial shoot. This lateral branch developed from underground part of the main stem, which initially grows horizontally and then after obliquely upwards in positively phototrophic manner and bears adventitious roots on its lower surface. Bearing what? Adventitious roots on its lower surface, called as a what's a sucker. What it is called as? Sucker. Therefore, what's a lateral branch? Which branch it is? Lateral branch. Developed from where? Developed from underground part. Developed from underground part of main stem. Developed from underground part of main stem. How it grows? Which grows right horizontally. Which grows horizontally where? Below the soil surface. below the soil surface. How it is growing, sir? Horizontally. And then after grows, it means later grows how? Obliquely upwards, means positively phototrophic manner, right? Obliquely upwards, and bears, what it bears? Bears adventitious roots, on its which surface? Lower surface. Bearing adventitious roots on its lower surface. Therefore, initially this lateral branch is growing horizontally below the soil surface. Then later, okay, it is growing obliquely upwards in positively phototrophic manner. Okay, and what this branch bears, sir? It bears aerial shoot. Why I am calling this one as aerial shoot? Aerial, above the soil surface. Is it okay? Right? And bears what, sir? Aerial shoot. Bears aerial shoot. What it bears? It bears aerial shoot. Bears aerial shoot. Okay, right. Now go for examples of what, sir? Suckers. Go for examples of suckers. Examples. First one is a pineapple. What is the first example? Pineapple. Pineapple. Okay. Second one is a chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum or chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum or what, sir? Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. Even you can take musa, that is banana. What it is, sir? Musa, that is banana. Therefore, pineapple, chrysanthemum or chrysanthemum, musa, right? These are examples for what? Suckers. These are examples for suckers, right? Go for the fourth one. What's, sir? Offsets. Offsets. Okay. Sir, subaerial stem modifications, 4 types, right? Runners, stolons, suckers, and offsets. These offsets, these are the subaerial stem modifications. These are the subaerial stem modifications which are shown by hydrophytic plants. Therefore, subaerial stem modifications shown by, right, hydrophytic plants. What it is? Offsets present in which plants? Hydrophytes. Present in hydrophytes. Now see this diagram. Sir, this is a diagram of pistia. What is the plant name? Pistia. Is a pistia plant. Okay. Sir, here stem is reduced into disc-like structure. See the stem, reduced into disc-like structure. So we are calling this stem as a discoid stem. So we are calling this stem as what, sir? Discoid stem. Discoid stem. On the lower surface of this discoid stem, adventitious roots are present. These adventitious roots are called as balancing roots. What are these adventitious roots called? As balancing roots. These balancing roots are provided with a root pocket. Provided with what, sir? Root pocket. Provided with root pocket. Sir, on the lower surface of the discoid stem, balancing roots are present, provided with root pocket. On the upper surface of this discoid stem, a rosette of leaves are present. What present? A rosette of leaves are present. A rosette of leaves are present. Sir, what is the meaning of a rosette of leaves? In a rose flower, how much closely the petals are arranged. If leaves are arranged like that, then that arrangement is called as a rosette of leaves. Okay, leaves are arranged like petals of a rose. Leaves are arranged like petals of a rose. That is called a rosette of leaves. Okay, therefore in case of offsets, stem is reduced into a disc-like structure. Stem is reduced into what like structure? Disc-like structure. So we are calling that stem as a which stem? Discoid stem. Okay, on the lower surface of the discoid stem, what are present? Adventitious roots are present. Adventitious roots are present. We are calling these adventitious roots as what, sir? Balancing roots. These balancing roots are provided with what? Root pockets. On the upper surface of this discoid stem, what are present? Rosette of leaves are present. Rosette of leaves are present. Rosette of leaves are present. Now see this diagram once. Sir, all these are leaves. Yes or no? This is a stem. Sir, this is a stem, this is a leaf. What this becomes? Axil. This axil contains which bird? Axillary bird. What is another name for axillary bird? Lateral bird. What is another name for axillary bird? Lateral bird. This axillary bird produces a lateral branch. See the diagram. This axillary bud has produced a lateral branch. Sir, this lateral branch is having two nodes and one internode. Therefore, what is the length of this lateral branch? The length of this lateral branch is of two nodes and one internode. And this lateral branch will be on the surface of the water. Where is this lateral branch? On the surface of the water. This lateral branch is called as a offset. What is this lateral branch called? As a offset. What is the length of this offset? Two nodes, one internode. When this offset breaks, right, it develops into a new plant, independent plant. Because at this end, what are present? Roots are present, as well as leaves are present. Therefore, when offset breaks, right, it can develop into an independent plant. Can develop into an independent plant. Okay, right? Now we are discussing what's the offsets, right? Sir, this offset is nothing but what it is. It is a lateral branch. Offset is a lateral branch. Sir, this lateral branch is with how many nodes, sir? Lateral branch with two nodes and one internode. Two nodes and how many internodes, sir? One internode, right? And this lateral branch, where it is on the surface of the water. On water surface. It is on the what, sir? Water surface. It is on the water surface. Okay. Sir, during the production of these offsets, mitotic division takes place. What takes place? Mitotic division takes place. Therefore, offsets are produced. Offsets are produced by mitotic division. Offsets produced by which division, sir? Mitotic division. Produced by mitotic division. Meiotic or mitotic? Mitotic division. Right? Go for examples of offsets. I already told one example. What it is? Pistia. Second example is Eichhornia. What is the second example? Eichhornia. Eichhornia. Sir, this Eichhornia is also called as water hyacinth. What is another name for Eichhornia? Water hyacinth. Water hyacinth. Okay, this is commonly called as terror of Bengal. This Eichhornia plant is commonly named as terror of Bengal. In case of Eichhornia plant, right, stem is spongy and petiole is swollen. Therefore, spongy stem, which stem? Spongy stem and swollen petiole. Spongy stem and swollen petiole are present in the case of Eichhornia plant. Okay, with this we completed subaerial stem modifications. How many types they are? 4 types: runners, stolons, suckers, offsets, right? See, we completed right, stems. Okay, now we are going for leaf. What's a leaf, right? This leaf is a flat structure. It is a flat structure. Sir, they are lateral appendages. Therefore, leaf is a flat lateral structure or appendages. Sir, where these leaves are developed? They are developed from node of the stem, node of the branches. Therefore, developed from where? Developed from node. Developed from node of what? Node of stem and node of branches. Node of stem and node of branches. Sir, this leaf is developed from shoot apical meristem, originated from shoot apical meristem. What's a leaf? It is originated, the leaf is originated from where? Originated from root apical meristem or shoot apical meristem. Originated from shoot apical meristem. Originated from shoot apical meristem. Sir, these leaves, they are exogenous. They are exogenous in origin. It means they are produced from outer or inner tissues, outer tissues. So they are what in origin? Exogenous in origin. Root branches, there is a lateral roots. They are endogenous in origin. Lateral roots, right? Lateral roots, they are endogenous in origin. Whereas stem branches and leaves, these are exogenous in origin. Therefore, leaves are what in origin? Sir, leaves are, right, they are what in origin, sir? They are exogenous in origin. They are exogenous in origin. Sir, this leaf is a vegetative organ of a plant. Root is vegetative organ. Stem is vegetative organ. Leaf is a vegetative organ. The most important vegetative organ associated with photosynthesis is what, sir? Leaf. Therefore, the most important photosynthetic vegetative organ is leaf. Right. Most important photosynthetic vegetative organ is what, sir? Leaf. Most important photosynthetic vegetative organ is what, sir? Leaf. Okay. Based on position. Based on what? Position. Based on position, leaves are of three types. Based on what? Position. Based on leaf position, it means where the leaf is present. Based on what? Leaf position, right? Leaves are of three types. Leaves are of how many types? Three types. What are they? Number one, caline. What is the first one? Caline. Second one is a ramal. What it is? A ramal. Third one is a radical. What is the third one? Radical leaves. Okay, right?